All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Autonomy Podcast. I'm here welcoming Nancy. How are you, Nancy?
I'm good. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's great to have you, and thank you for taking the time to do this on a Friday afternoon as well.
You're welcome.
Absolutely, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, Nancy. So tell me a bit about yourself. How long has your journey been with autonomy so far?
So I started like around May and June, and so far it's been really great. My coach, she's been super supportive, and I had like in a couple of weeks when I started it, I had to travel India, and I was very nervous. And I'm like, okay, I'm going back to see my family, and you know how like Indian parents are like they force feed you kind of. They are like when you go to relatives, like go eat, eat, eat.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, should I start right now or should I wait? Yeah.
Awesome. But you decided to start, and how did that go?
Yeah, like before starting, I was talking to Nathan and I'm like, hey, I would love to start, but like I'm a little bit nervous. Like I'm traveling soon and I do not know like if I should start right now or come back and then start. And he's like, you know what? Like that's how life is. Like there's no point of waiting because if you are traveling, that's a good learning process. Like while you travel, you should know like what you need to like how to do your nutrition part and workout, and like we can make modifications. And that gave me a little like boost of confidence. Like okay, let's do this. Like that's how I'm gonna learn.
That's awesome. And what did you feel like you learned over going on a diet or on a journey while traveling versus previous times when you traveled in the past? What
um
changed for you?
Yeah, it was like little bit new, and I spoke to my coach also about this. I'm like, hey, can you tell me like how to eat if I'm going outside, and like if I'm going to my relative's place and they are offered like how to eat. And she's like, okay, like take a plate and divide it, like just half will be veggies and the others will be like protein and carbs. And also like I got like more confidence in like saying no if I don't want anything. Like, hey, I'm full. I'm okay. I don't need to eat more. And thankfully they were respectful about it. Like, okay, she's fine. She's good. So let's not like overwhelm her with all these things.
That's awesome. Really great to hear, Nancy. And I've been checking how your journey has been so far. So you started with us at around like 65 kilos, and now you are at 53. That's absolutely fantastic. 12 kilos. So we're talking about 25 pounds here. How do you feel?
I feel great. I can do like, I can like do workouts and like just run and just don't like feel good about it and just do whatever I like.
That's awesome. Yeah, and how do you compare that right now to when you were at 65? So when you had that 12 kilo extra.
When I had like 12 kilo extra at that time, like I used to do Muay Thai. It's like martial arts that's very heavy on cardiovascular, and that's when I was like, I cannot continue like this because I used to get winded, and I'm like, I cannot like in the sparring session, like in a minute, I'm like, no, I cannot like keep going like this. I need to do something about this.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that absolutely, yeah, makes a huge difference. You're doing this heavy cardio, martial arts like Muay Thai, and imagine not having 12 kilos to be maneuvering around. Massive.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Nancy. So tell me about a bit about your struggles before joining the autonomy. What were your struggles in nutrition and exercise generally?
Basically, I feel like it was more on the nutrition side and somewhat on the exercise side too. Like, I didn't know what exercises to do in the gym because, like, I didn't have a lot of time. If I go 3 days, I need to know like what exactly I'm gonna do because the other people I see they're like doing 5 days, and I'm like, I cannot like contribute that much time into gym sometimes, and I just need to be quick. Like I just need to have my dumbbells. And or else like nutrition wise, like being an Indian living in Canada, like I'm used to like eating like non-Indian food. I don't mind eating those kind of like salads or like yogurt bowls. I love those. And but at the same time, like I need my Indian food too. Like I need combination of those to keep myself going. And that's what I found really good about it. Like they like my coach understood my lifestyle. Like, hey, okay, she goes to job, like she needs to meal prep. Like I on Sunday I just cook my protein, I cook my veggies and keep it like in my fridge, so I it's just grab and go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic to hear. Yeah, that must be like a really a struggle, like, with food is that like, we want to kind of prep the food and it's also overwhelming and it's like, mentally tough sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And why did you decide to do this program on Etsy? What was the why for you? Like, what was like, uh this is time for me to change.
It was like improving my overall health was the main goal, and just waking up one morning and seeing myself and being like I hold more potential, like I can do more, I can do better, and I just need someone who can help me achieve that.
Did you feel like unhealthy before joining? Like,
Yes,
how,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes, like, after my sessions, like, I'm just like, okay, I did this good, so I deserve something like good to eat. I'm gonna go and like have a burger. I'm gonna go have like something and just, feel good about it. And that just brings that unbalance there.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you felt like, you struggled with balancing your activity with the diet?
Yes, yes.
Right. That's awesome. So what was the moment for you to kind of like decide to do something? Like, was there like an eye opener kind of moment for you to be like, you know what? Now it's the time for me to do something.
Yeah, like I saw like on Instagram, I saw Nathan and like they put a lot of stuff, and I'm like, these are the people that they know what they are doing. And I had seen like clients too, like you guys specialize on like South Indian clients, especially like living abroad. Like even if like I had like someone in India help me out, that's a whole different thing. Like they do not understand the lifestyle that we have here. So that's why yes, this is the right moment, like, and also like being like, okay, I cannot keep going like this. I cannot feel winded every time I run. And yeah, I just need to like improve myself.
What did you feel like, caught your attention about Nathan's posts on Instagram?
It's just like working on South Asian clients and working on the South Asian clients that are abroad also, like that helps a lot. And also he spoke a lot about nutrition, which was my main struggle. Like I didn't know what to eat and how much to eat, and I'm a vegetarian, so it becomes hard to know like your source of protein, because there have been times like, oh, you need to eat chicken to complete your source of protein. So that's what helped me. That's what caught my eye.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and it's absolutely a struggle for like, a vegetarian to be living abroad, wanting to eat traditional food and also gelling into other societies and other communities as well. So it's a tough challenge. Well, so yeah, I'm glad like, you were able to go through that and the program was flexible for you so far. So here's where we're gonna jump into next is that what were the strategies that were adopted by Orjita um, for you to stay on track with your goals?
So my main strategy was to remember why I started this, and like remembering the long time goal. And also the main strategy that my coach applied was flexibility, like because I just was planning to travel while like in 2 weeks, I guess. I joined, she was very flexible, and she also was like, okay, if you need to do workout, just YouTube like 30-minute power hit workout. And I used to walk, so that was fine. Like I used to do that, and just building those tiny habits. Like she's like, let's just start with completing this many steps. Let's just start doing that daily, and then we'll come up with your workouts. So like building those tiny little habits daily helps a lot, and then eventually it becomes like your lifestyle that you get used to it. And also like focusing on nutrition.
Amazing. Amazing to hear, Nancy. Yeah, it was like really great stuff here. So, what did you feel like you have learned so far? Like, since starting since May now. So we're talking about like, 7, 8 months, a bit more than that. So what did you feel like you learned so far that you did not know about before starting with autonomy?
Mainly it's portion sizes, like how much I need to eat. There have been times that even if I'm over here, like I'm going to like my aunts and uncle places, and like I don't have a weighing scale, and but now that I'm got used to like, okay, this is how much I need. So I by default I'm like, okay, this is like I just put in my bowl, and I know that okay, this is how much I need. I don't need to eat more, and honestly I don't even feel more hungry. Because I know like, okay, this is what I need. I don't need more food, like this is enough, and I need to put more protein. And yeah.
That's awesome. And how did you feel like, that like those strategies help you work around social events, like, being around family and like, of course, like, you mentioned something very important, which is like learning to say no, sometimes like having the strength to say no. That's tough, by the way, especially like, with traditional Indian like parents, it's going to be like really tough. So how did you feel like you developed that mindset?
It's just like I was talking to my mom about this, because like when I came to India, I set those boundaries. Like setting those boundaries is really important. I know it is difficult, especially like being in a South Asian community. Like, hey mom, by the way, I'm trying to lose weight. So don't force feed me. If I'm hungry, I'll let you know. I am not saying no to your food. I love your food. Like that helped me a lot, and she also understood that hey, okay, she's trying to better herself, let her do her own thing. And if it came to it, like if I'm going to my relatives, and sometimes she steps in and she's like, nope, she said no, so she's fine. And just bringing that confidence in yourself, like it's okay to say no.
Yeah. And it's also sometimes like it's just in our head because you can see like you saying no, you got huge support from the family. They were not like, opposing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what was the goal in mind when you joined autonomy? Like, what was your goal? Like, hey, this is what I want to achieve at the end of this journey.
The main goal was just improving my nutrition and overall health, and like losing that extra weight that I had been holding on forever. Or like
How
just
long? If you mind me asking, like, you
um
started.
yeah, it was honestly it's been like 8 9 years. Like once I moved to Canada, I was just 18 when I moved to Canada, so like I didn't really have like that much knowledge of nutrition and what I was eating, and coming to a new country is a whole different thing. That also spiraled. And yeah, so I did try losing weight by myself, like seeing other people like, okay, they're just eating salad, like just boring food, so let me try eating boring food. Like, but that didn't last long. I used to be like, no, I cannot do this.
So you've been stuck at around like 65 kilos for like 8, 9 years before you started?
Yes, yeah. It wasn't like stuck at the same place, but it was just like coming back and forth, because one day I used to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like, let me try doing this, and then not being able to succeed. Or even if I'm able to succeed, I don't know how to really maintain, because I'm like, okay, I did come to this weight. I cannot keep going eating this boring food. or
Yeah.
I cannot just starve myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you are now at 53 kilos, right? When was the last time you were at 53 kilos?
I cannot even remember it.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I guess 10 years ago.
Wow, Nancy, that's massive.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta be really proud of yourself. That's absolutely amazing.
yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's great. Great to hear. So getting to that weight, it requires a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication as well as being consistent. What do you feel has helped you remain consistent throughout those last few months?
Uh, I feel like my coach, she is very supportive. Like, she's like, hey, you are doing good. I like what you're doing. Just keep doing that. You're almost there. I remember like telling her once, like, I don't really feel like going to gym. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I just lost that in me. And she's like, find someone or find an activity that you love. Just go swimming. Like, just do something that you love. And or just drag someone with you and just help them, like, just go a week and you'll be back again. And yeah, so her motivating me, her she kept me going.
That's awesome. Like, did you feel like that's something that you needed as for guidance and support?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So someone who is like, okay, yeah, your nutrition looks good. Like, I like what you are doing. Just keep going on what you're doing. I like what you're doing.
That's really great, really great. And what do you like so far about the program? Like, something that you did not see or expect when you joined.
Yeah, like just eating like normal Indian food. It's in our thing, like you cannot just give up that, right? Like there is a point that you will come back to it. So just learning how to eat that, that's a really plus point. And also um, learning how to manage your social life while you are in this journey. It is inevitable. You are gonna go outside and meet your friends and have a couple of drinks or a couple of bite outside. It is inevitable, but you just need to like learn that.
Yeah, that's absolutely makes sense. Absolutely right. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Nancy. So, yeah, tell me, like, how did you find as well, throughout this journey, the support from the people around you, like especially when we go to social events, family, friends, of course, like, when we tell people like we are on a diet and we want to hang out with friends, like, how did you feel that gelled into your life?
Yeah, like I don't usually go out a lot, but when I do, like I like to meet people. We also have like social events in the office. Sometimes they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this. Like let's eat this." And or they are like, "Oh yeah, what would you like to eat?" And when I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I would like to eat, but I'll eat on my terms. I'll eat something on my terms, and that's totally fine." And then you go like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat the salad with tofu or like with egg, and I'm fine with it. They'll be like, oh, would you like a pizza? Would you like fries? And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Wow, that's great. And yeah, like, how did you feel like you were able to develop that mindset of being in control? It's hard to be in control.
Honestly, like I had that mindset. I'm like, I do need to do this for myself. Like I need to achieve this goal for myself. And also like there are times that my partner also helped me, like, hey, you are in this journey, and if we go and see his family, he told them that she's gonna eat, but don't force her to do like to eat a lot. It's fine. Like she's on her like journey to lose weight. And they were also very supportive. They're like, oh, okay, how are you doing? Like, how are you finding this? and they were asking me questions too. So that's what kept me going. I didn't really tell anyone, like any of my friends, that I'm on this fitness journey, because I just wanted to be like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this for myself. And then eventually they were like, oh, I see you lost weight. Oh, I see like you lost a bunch of weight. That's good. Like, what did you do? So just seeing that is very like motivating, that yes, I'm on the right path. And that's when you're like, okay, I'm gonna be consistent.
Exactly. Yeah, it certainly shows, like, especially if you see people who you haven't seen in a while, and then they can notice that change. It gets like a nice sense of achievement. Like, you're really happy for, like, you know what, like that dedication and commitment is paying off. Like, yeah, I can see those results. People are seeing those results, right?
Yes, yes, for sure. Yeah.
All right, that's amazing. Awesome to hear, Nancy. So, tell me, what is next for Nancy? Like, what do you want to get at the end of this journey?
I just want to learn like how to maintain the weight. I have been learning that, but just learning that more. For now, I am okay with like maintaining this weight and just building that muscles. Yeah, I talked to my coach about this. Like, okay, tell me like how much protein I need to have. I want to build muscles and just look more leaner, I will say, like just show off those muscles. Yeah, that's what my goal is for now.
Absolutely amazing, because it's such an important phase. Like, we sometimes oversee whenever we are on a diet, is that we go on this like diet, and then we lose the weight, and then you can't be on a diet for the rest of your life, and then you're off the diet, and then now what? Like, can I eat pizza? Can I eat burger? Like, what am I supposed to do? And then the weight starts to creep back in. So it's really important that, like, you're having that maintenance phase as well implemented into the program, so you can learn how you can sustain the weight that you have worked really hard to achieve for the rest of your life, right?
Yes, yes, for sure. Yeah, and that's what like my coach, she's like, I still eat the food that I used to eat while I was on a weight loss journey, and that's what she liked. She's like, I love that you are just keeping up that food, and she's like, hey, you don't find like anything wrong with it, so why change it now? Just add more carbs to it and just add more calories to it, just to bring up the maintenance phase. So yeah, that's what I've got used to it now.
Sounds so good, like too good to be true. Like, when somebody is like asking you to add more calories, you're like,
Yeah, for sure. She's like, yeah, you can like add now more calories, just add like it very slowly so that you don't gain weight all of the sudden. Just have it, get it done like slowly, just like couple of calories in each meal.
nice, nice. That's really, really great strategy to have. Um, so, what would you tell somebody, Nancy, who, like, what three tips or advices you can give to somebody who is joining, uh, like, soon?
I'll say ask those questions to your coach. They are very helpful. They will totally understand your lifestyle. If you are just eating outside, that's also fine. They'll tell you what to eat and what not to eat. And also, like, just do those tiny little things, just build those habits and do activities that you love. Go hiking, go swimming, whatever you like, and always kind of remember like why you started this.
That's awesome. Really, really great to hear. Thank you for sharing all of this, Nancy. It's really great to have you on board, and wishing you all the best with the remainder of the journey. And yeah, hope you stay active and alive for the rest of your life.
And thank you so much.
Like, do you feel like what you have like gotten or learned so far with this program are things that you will be taking on for the rest of your life?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I will for sure. Like, this knowledge was very helpful and it was a quite of a learning process. And I'm gonna like have this for the rest of the life. And thankful to you guys for helping out on this journey.
That's awesome. Really great to hear, Nancy. And how do you feel like your journey or your achievements is going to influence your family?
There have been times like when I was in India, I was kind of on my heaviest, right? Because I just like started with you guys like 2 weeks before I went to India. So now my mom sees me like we FaceTime. So she's like, "Oh, you did lose a lot of weight. Like, I'm really proud of you that you did it." Like, and then she's like, "You know what? I'm also thinking about it, and let me see if I can do anything about this." And fitness journey to me, like it's really nice going to gym and being able to lift those weights and just feeling confident and not getting winded when I run and being able to do whatever I want without like any health issues. I'll say that is really good for me.
That is awesome. I mean, absolutely amazing to hear, Nancy. Yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts and sharing background about your journey as well as your goals. It was lovely to chat with you today, and I wish you all the best in your journey, Nancy.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.